What's happening, y'all? So it is that time again. I finally get to show y'all my full Janet collection because just a couple days ago, I went to my local record store and y'all would not believe. Well, y'all might believe what I found because it's not really a rare album. But anyway, so this is Control. So now I have all of Janet's, you know, I would say professional studio albums where she had complete and total control over her music. And we're gonna do that right here and go through, not go through each one, but I'll tell y'all like where I got these from. So okay, so anyways, this is it. I mean, it's probably not a surprise or anything shocking or cool to the Janet fans because I'm sure it's, a Jan fam that has like all of these CDs plus the Janet remixed album, which I'm still kind of looking for number ones, all the other little special collector's items, stuff like that. But anyway, so this is just pretty cool for me to have all of Janet's, main albums on CD. These, let me see, this one, let me just put it in like different groups. Okay, these two are from the same store. These are from my local Half Price Books, but I removed the sticker. I think, oh no, I removed the sticker from both of those. Let's see what else. These, let's see, these are all from the same store. This one second, I can't even remember. Oh no, this one is from another one of my local stores. These two are from the same store, and then this one I got last Christmas as a gift. So yeah, anyways, pretty cool. This is everything. Let me actually get into the unboxing. But yeah, one second, let me just put this. Okay, so basically put all those up there. So this is Control, and originally I really didn't plan on getting all of the Janet albums, similar to how I really didn't plan on getting all of the Britney Spears albums. But I do plan on expanding my Britney Spears collection from the Britney album all the way up to Britney Jean, because I have Gloria and everything. So anyway, so yeah, most artists I don't really plan to get all of their CDs, but if it's, I have all the, oh, I should have showed y'all my, okay, so as I said, artists like Michael Jackson, MIA, Sia, I feel like, artists that, Rihanna, for example, artists that I've loved for a long time, I like to actually have all of their music on CD. And this is also the case with Janet's brother. I even have the remix album, so maybe I should get the Janet remix album just to match up. But yeah, no, physical media is of utmost importance to me. And as you can see, I'm showing love to Michael too. However, I will say I do think that, consistency wise, Janet's discography is just a little bit more cohesive, and Michael focused more on the extravagance and the spectacle. I do feel like Janet's is more like relatable. So anyways, let's finally get into the CD. Anyways, point being, I did not expect to get this album. I did not think that I would be getting this album. I always wanted to get albums like Unbreakable, Velvet Rope, maybe Rhythm Nation. Point being, I didn't expect that I would be at a place where I could say that I have Janet's studio albums with me right here. Of course, right here is the CD. This is like the last of the era where they actually had, even on Rhythm Nation, they had its own design. But a lot of CDs, similar to Off the Wall, it had its own, it didn't have its own design. So it was just like very plain, clear CD. Late 80s albums did that a lot. So anyways, we have the credits. She dedicated the album to Scoop. I'm gonna need some of the Janet Jackson scholars to get on that. And well, I might turn the comments off for this video because I'm talking too long. People are gonna be like, "Oh, you talk too long. You do this and you do that." So I just turn my comments off. But anyways, I was gonna say I need some of the Janet Jackson scholars to get on that in the comments. But yeah, so anyways, the booklet is fairly simple, as far as you know, booklet goes. Of course, 2 pages of special things, and then I do love how they have these different shapes that mimic the cover, and another iconic photo. I think that was the only, maybe there were more photos in the vinyl edition of the album, like in the original album release, but these 2 are some pretty iconic photos. And yeah, so that's really all you need. But yeah, so anyways, there's Control. My favorite songs on the album are The Pleasure Principle, Let's Wait a While, Funny How Time Flies, Control, and I'm gonna go with What Have You Done For Me Lately. So yeah, I could have done a more in-depth like exploration of Janet, but you know, it is what it is. I'm going to organize these like in the order of release. 1991. Just to have it all in one place. But yeah. We have Velvet Rope, and then when is this? This is also 1997. Anyways, this video is getting pretty long, so if you stuck with me until the end, thank you. 1 second, let me move around. 2001, I can't remember if Invincible dropped first or if it was that one, but in any case, 2005, Demeter Joe came out in 2004, I want to say. And then, okay, so this is going to take a lot of 2010, and then we have 2014, and then finally, okay, so this is the Jackson Family collection as it is right now. But yeah, so anyways, if you made it this far, peace. And I might get, you know, a couple more Janet stuff in the future, like, again, like I said, the number ones or the remix album or something. I don't know. I might get a couple more Janet CDs because she is one of my favorite singers. But in any case, yeah, so peace.